Tonight, NGO questions authorities' stand on sex trade in the country. Namboro residents seek help to end their water woes. And youths target teenage pregnancies in their submissions to the Constitution Commission. Good evening, I'm Amrita Priyadarshini. Authorities remain tight-lipped over reports that Asian women are being brought into the country for prostitution. A women's NGO says they've helped Asian women brought under such circumstances return to their country. Shalvin Chand has more.
Sex trade involving Asian women is happening blatantly in the streets of Suva, and the Fiji Women's Crisis Center believes that foreign sex workers outnumber locals.
We believe, from the Crisis Centre's point of view, this is an area of concern, that there is a high rate of prostitution or women being prostituted who are coming in from overseas and from Asia.
The NGO is baffled at why authorities are turning a blind eye to the situation.
No one can mistake them for who they are. And yet you see police officers standing around there, and when I ask them about it, I often have shrugged shoulders to say, well, we can't do much about it. And I don't know what that implies. But, I think it's very sinister, the way in which the authorities don't take up the issue of these women.
Local women are also involved in the same trade overseas. In 2008, a Fijian girl was found in a brothel in Thailand. She was taken there when she was only 11 years old. She is now missing. Minister for Women Dr. Chico Levini had then stated they will investigate the matter.
In reality, in this country, we are seeing something like that. You just come up against brick walls. People don't want to talk about it.
Last week, police agreed that this is a problem.
We have to gear up and train our officers to face the emerging trends like the incidents that are coming up in our borders.
Various studies and researchers have raised this issue time and again. It's about time authorities step up and put a stop to it. Shalvin Chand, FBC News.
Residents living between Kalokolevu and Namboro, just outside Suva, have long been deprived of one of life's basic necessities: clean, treated water. Women of the area suffer most as they have to look for water daily for drinking, cooking, bathing and washing. As Mika Longa reports, they rely on a nearby creek for water when they run dry.
This is where families living between Kalokolevu and Namboro come to when they need for water, and they visit this little creek every day for bathing and washing. They say they have suffered enough and want authorities to do something about their situation.
We are always ready to do everything what government asks us, so we should get piped water from the government.
72-year-old Matilita Ndurumoto has been doing this for more than 25 years and has gotten used to it. However, at her age, one wonders how long more can she continue her daily routine.
I believe it's about time we have piped water.
It's very difficult to wash. Water for meals, bathing and for the toilets. It's very difficult when there is no water. Yes.
Kamneshlata visits the creek often, although she is wary of contagious diseases, but is helpless like her fellow residents.
When we have a taxi, we use it. If not, then it is the bus. We bring water in bottles and buckets. If there is no rainwater, then we go to the creek, which is dirty sometimes. And during the dry season, water level is almost to zero.
About 20 families live in this stretch of road between Kalokolevu and Namboro, who mostly rely on rainwater in water tanks and drums. Imagine living in this stretch of road along Kalokolevu where there isn't any proper water supply, and having to resort to unhygienic water source when there isn't any rain, and having to get your regular water supply from relatives in Suva. But what residents can do right now is to pray for rain. When asked on this grievance, Water Authority of Fiji CEO Opeteya Ravai says questions about the water woes here can be answered in a press conference he will call later this week. Nikolonga, FBC News.
Teenage pregnancies top the agenda for a number of youths from around the country who are preparing their submissions to the Constitution Commission. As Shireen Lata reports, the youths strongly believe that a huge contributing factor to the increase in teenage pregnancies is the marketing of condoms.
These youths are confident that the rate of teenage pregnancy can be reduced if the excessive advertising of condoms is banned. They say the adverts are promoting sex.
This promotion on use of condoms and all this, I think they actually add on to that.
The youths believe the young generation are getting the wrong message.
When you are promoting condoms, you're actually, promoting safe sex. Yeah. So in other words, you're saying, yeah, you can go ahead and have sex, but you're protected. But there's no such, there's no guarantee that there is a safe sex. Possibility that a person using condom can get pregnant.
Parental negligence was also at the forefront of the youth submissions. They say parents have to be aware of their children's whereabouts.
So everything starts from home. And so like when young people do not have a proper family, people to actually supervise them, they're uncontrollable and they're, vulnerable to all such things.
These youths, representing a wide cross-section of communities countrywide, will draft their final submissions and present it to the Constitution Commission next week. Shireen Lata, FBC News.
An elderly woman was rushed to hospital this afternoon after she was hit by a taxi while crossing Khalsa Road at Delai Vale Levu. Police spokesperson Anna Naisora says the woman is in a stable condition. Eyewitnesses say the woman had got off a bus and was crossing the road when the taxi hit her. She was rushed to the hospital by residents of Khalsa Road. The driver has been taken in by police for questioning.
The taxi came up. So once the taxi came up, then nearly about 7 meters from where it started to put on the brakes. Then after that, the taxi hit old Indian lady. So the old Indian lady has been taken to hospital by my cousin.